You're watching the Sports and Political channel of LB. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on your social media platforms. Let's get down to business. So in this particular video, we're going to talk about camel toe. Oh, camel toe. Now, we haven't spoken about her in quite a while. Last time I spoke about her, she was at the Essence Festival getting her sister girl hustle on, right? And then she was also at another gathering with her sorority sisters once again down in Florida getting her sister girl hustle on. What's up, Nathan? Now, a recent poll that just came out, shout out to Too Raw for TV for signal boosting this, right? She is not even considered for a presidential run in her home state of California. Now, when she first ran in 2020, she was thoroughly, utterly rejected, and Joe Biden decided to rescue her from the shadow realm to put her as the first so-called black, Asian, South Indian, South Asian vice president, right? Now we're in a situation to where most people in California do not want Joe Biden running again. What's up, LA Sports Live? Salute to you, bro. Hey, go subscribe. Go subscribe to my brother LA Sports Live. Put out great content about the Lakers. So we're in a situation now. They don't want Joe Biden running, but the presumptive leader in the Democratic Party, should Joe Biden step aside, they don't want her running either. This is a poll. What's up, Mike? Salute to you, bro. Mike 4282, salute. Coming from the LA Times and a new UC Berkeley Institute of Governmental Studies poll with strong majorities of the state's voters hoping neither Biden nor Trump runs again in 2 years. The poll, co-sponsored by the LA Times, found that roughly 6 in 10 are against Biden trying for a second term in 2024, a striking reluctance in a solidly Democratic state which he won handily back in 2020. Another Trump campaign is even less popular with 70% in the opposition. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris, widely considered Biden's chosen successor to lead the party, also struggles to find traction in California, her home state, because she was uh, a DA out in San Francisco where she was getting down with old Willie Brown, right? And then once that was a done deal, and she became a attorney general out in the state of California, and then she became the junior senator out in the state of California. You know, Dianne Feinstein, you know, who was there when Moses parted the Red Sea. Yeah, that old hag. Yeah, she is the senior senator out in California. Nevertheless, she's lagging behind the current governor, Gavin Newsom. Now, Gavin Newsom has stated that he does not intend on running on 2024, and I'm here to tell you that is true only, and I do mean only, if Joe Biden does not run, whether he succumbs to his because of old age, whether he chooses to go off in retirement, right? Because in 2025, January 2025, because that's inauguration day, Joe Biden will be 82 years old. That's too damn old. But if Joe Biden somehow does not run, oh, you could best believe Gavin Newsom is throwing this hat in the ring. All right? So he's trying to play both sides. He's trying to say, well, I really don't have no intention of running for president. I kind of like myself being governor and all that. Well, that's only if Joe Biden doesn't step aside. If Joe Biden steps aside for whatever reason, whether it be death or whether it be retirement, you could best believe Gavin Newsom throwing his hat in the ring. All right, so watch out for that. I did a video about that a week and a half ago about the potential matchup between Ron DeSantis and this man right here. Right now, it's amazing how he bounced back, considering that last year this man was recalled. He was recalled. Now, he was able to survive the recall considering who he was going up against. Larry Elder. Okay? Larry Elder. Gavin Newsom was in no trouble if you're going up against a Bama like that. Okay? But nevertheless, nevertheless, just 3 in 10 California voters in the poll say they supported another Biden candidacy, where 61% were opposed, nearly identical to the share of the vote he won in the state in 2020. Among poll residents who voted for him 2 years ago, nearly half of them said they oppose him running again. And amongst voters with favorable views of Biden current job performance, nearly 30% say they would not like to see him run again in 2024. Nor there's a loud clamor in California for Kamala Harris. She's 57 years old, the state's former U.S. senator, to assume the Democratic Party's mantle. Her approval ratings have flagged even her own state. Now, her allies, or lack thereof, see an opportunity for Harris to break from the polling doldrums by leading the administration's efforts to preserve abortion rights. But this is the thing, right? You have not heard Kamala Harris really, outside of a few empty platitudes, really advocate for abortion rights. Yeah, she might have said something here and there, but she wasn't banging the drum like that. If you understand how Kamala Harris works, she only attached herself to whatever is popular at the time. Still, eligible voters to participate in the Democratic presidential primary, those registered as Democrat with no party preference, ranked her third in a list of potential candidates for the nomination if Biden is not on the ballot in 2 years. 1 in 10 had Harris as their top pick. 1 in 10 had this woman as their top pick. That just goes to show you how much disdain that they have for this woman. She was thoroughly and utterly rejected back in 2020, and Joe Biden doubled down on stupid by bringing this woman on as vice president. And they think just because she had a run as vice president, this will automatically prop her up to the ticket of the presidency. I'm here to tell you that the vice presidency is Kamala Harris's ceiling. If the Dems were smart, they would push Newsom to the front. He's much more likable than Camel Toe. I think Newsom could win the Democratic nomination easily if the Dems properly back him. I agree. I totally agree on that. He also says Harris comes off as fake and not likable, and black women don't identify with her as a whole. That's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, LA Sports Live. She's a fake. We see through her. She's not going to get the black vote. Now, she committed career political suicide when she was on an interview with the Griot, and they asked her, do she support reparations? She said they said, well, I'm not going to sit here and do anything that's only going to benefit black people. Now, when she said that, she committed career political suicide. The road to the White House goes through the black vote. Now, many white media publications have already pointed out this fact, that the road to the White House goes through the black vote. So if you don't appeal to black people's interests, then people are not coming. I don't know a base that's going to sit up there and let some elected official just come up out of nowhere and berate them and then expect that base to come out and vote for them. You know what the Republicans do, right? No matter how wild, twisted, and out of touch with society they may be, they actually listen to their voters. They don't berate their voters. They don't treat them like they're second-rate citizens. No, they wipe the ass of their voting base, and their voting base come out in droves to support them. Why do you think Trump got so much backing? Now, Trump ain't don't give two fucks about these people, but that's not the point. He projects the vision onto these people, and these people buy what he's selling. And they will run through walls. They will get in shootouts with the FBI. They will get involved in bombings. All this in the name of Donald J. Trump. That's why he was able to take over the Republican Party and rule it with an iron fist. Now, with Kamala Harris, she don't got that kind of support. Maybe from the Boulay and the cheese and croissant contingent, yeah. But outside of that, if you come down to the real streets and interview real black people, right? And yeah, are there gonna be a few sellouts and bootlicks along the way? Yeah, that just comes with the territory. But for the most part, ain't nobody supporting Kamala Harris. I don't know nobody that's on my channel, that's subscribed to my channel, that would even throw their hat in the ring to support this woman. Who? Who in the hell would support this woman? And she's more dangerous than Trump, if you ask me. So when you see these numbers come out in these polls, whether it be 538, the UC Berkeley poll, that's driven by the LA Times, or whatever other poll that's out there, no poll, right, is going to have this woman as some presumptive front runner to become president. Hell, I probably have it on good faith that people in her own party doesn't like her. People in her own party don't like her. The mass exodus of people, because I talked about this last year, the mass exodus of people that left her administration, they were on secret chat lines talking trash about this woman. About how she don't read the briefs that's given to her, and then when she goes to these meetings, she looks like a complete idiot for not reading these briefs, and then gonna berate the same people who spent hours upon hours putting together these briefs for her. Now she tried to put on this front with Charlemagne the God at that infamous interview on Charlemagne the God's Comedy Central show, but I'm not fooled by that. Simone Sanders, another crash test dummy, who stood up there and tried to end the interview early, talking about there was technical difficulties, but there were no technical difficulties. These are the kind of shenanigans that was under Kamala Harris's administration. So I throw the question out there again, right? For those you may not that might be a first time watcher of this channel, right? I throw this question out to you, right? Would you support Kamala Harris for the 2024 presidential run? Would you? I sure as hell ain't. I vote for a dead duck before I vote for Kamala Harris. She has not pushed the black agenda. This woman is a part-time black woman, right? She come out for Kwanzaa, she a black woman. Any other time she's an Asian or she's an Indian or whatever like that, right? Come Black History Month, she'll put on some bullshit interview with Al Sharpton, right? Another coon ass motherfucker, right? Talk about her blackness, talk about her little ties to Howard University and all that, right? Meanwhile, Howard University got a whole bunch of rats running around there, and two-legged and four-legged form. Now, one would think with her presidential prowess, that she could actually, throw some money and some resources aside to make sure that them kids ain't sleeping in tents and rats ain't nibbling at their toes and Ratatouille ain't making soup while they out there trying to learn biology. But she don't do that. Between her, Muriel Bowser, and the president and the dean and the other so-called distinguished honorable jackasses who hold these job titles ain't doing nothing for them students. And that tuition ain't cheap. But every time you turn your head, she's all about Howard, right? So you got Kwanzaa, you got Black History Month, you got Juneteenth, any other thing that has black people tied to it, then all of a sudden I heard blackness come out. At the Essence Festival, yeah, I'm a black woman. I'm a proud black woman. When it comes to reparations, I don't know what that is. I don't even want to touch that subject. All the meanwhile, she'll sit up there and say ain't no racism in America. And you wonder why no one wants to support this woman. She's a fake, a fraud, a phony, a charlatan. So it's not surprising that these poll numbers, whether it be this recent one or the ones that probably going to come out in the next few months, hell, when you get to the primaries in 2024, right? We get to the presidential primaries, one should be like fourth, fifth, probably carrying less than 10% of the vote. The people in California has already spoken back in 2020 that she wasn't electable. So what in the hell these members of the Democratic Party think that all of a sudden now we're going to forget about all the bullshit she was involved in, all the bullshit she's done, and all the bullshit she hasn't done. So if she's not electable in California, if they're saying that she ain't nothing, then what makes you think people are going to get behind her nationally? California is one of them states. If you're trying to be president of the United States, if you have any aspiration of being president of the United States, in my opinion, there are like four states, in my opinion, where you have to have California, New York, Texas, and Florida. Now I'm pretty sure there's other states in there too. But if you're really trying to be president, you have to have your hands on a couple of those states like that, because those states carry the most electoral college votes. If the people in California say she ain't shit, then you think I'm gonna take her seriously out here in Virginia? I'm all the way in Virginia, an hour away from DC. So I know about the politics that go on out there. Whenever I'm out in DC and I come across this random individual who happened to be an aide for Senator Cory Booker or aide the old nigga Jim Clyburn or whoever, right? They tell me shit. Off the record, of course. Got to be off the record. But they tell me stuff. So this whole notion that this woman is electable, and this is on CNN and on all these other left wing media hubs like BSNBC with Tiffany Cross-Eye or Cross-Dress or whatever else would make her big and sizzle, or whether it be on CNN with Dana Bash. Shout out to Too Raw for TV in the super chat with his donation. Go subscribe to Too Raw for TV. That's my man right there. He said, Kamala, the oral special. That covers the oral. Oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, shout out to Two Raw TV. Do his donation through the super chat. Go subscribe. Go subscribe to Two Raw for TV. Oh man. Oh man. If you want to donate, there's the Cash App, there's the PayPal, and I appreciate the love and support. So I appreciate you too, Raw. And go subscribe to my homie. Cause he talked about this on his channel too. But yeah, this woman ain't nowhere near electable. I had told y'all before, I vote for a dead duck. What's up, Corral Tatum? Salute to you, brother. I vote for a dead duck before I vote for this woman. Hey, I already told y'all what I want to do on election day. All I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake your rump, right? I'm trying to get bucket naked on election day. That's my goal. And now there's talk about election day being a federal holiday. So yeah, that's one thing that's being talked about. I don't know for sure that that's going to be an actual law, but there's talk about election day being a federal holiday. And if that's the case, I really want to get a lot of hay. ZipRecruiter finds you. What the fuck? I really want to get bucket naked on election day. That's right. But anyway, back to serious matters. There's no way that this woman is going to become president in 2024, right? They will go through a litany. They will go through a litany of candidates before this woman even begins to be considered, right? You could throw out Bernie Sanders if he's still living, right? If Bernie Sanders don't be out here kicking the grave because he already got one foot in it already. Then you got Pete Buttigieg, right? They gonna look at him. Hell, of course, Gavin Newsom. They'll look at him. They'll go through a litany of individuals before her name comes up. Hell, they'll go after Mike Bennett, the congressman out in Colorado. They'll go after him before they pick this woman. She's just not electable. And then to double down on that, let's not forget about her reprehensible record as a district attorney and an attorney general. We're going to go back to the Matrice Richardson case on 2 different occasions when she was vying to be an attorney general, right? She used the Matrice Richardson case as some springboard to her being elected. Once she gets elected, guess what? They close the case, no charges, okay? Then she goes up for senator out in California. She used the Matrice Richardson case again. Oh, we're gonna open this back up. We're gonna do a thorough investigation. She wins the junior senator out in California, then the case all of a sudden gets closed with no charges. She thinks she's gonna run far and fast from her record. But I always say, no matter how fast or how far you try to run from your issues, it will always catch up with you eventually. And this is where we at. Now, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Once again, I salute Two Raw for his donation through the super chat. If you want to donate, there's the Cash App, PayPal, and last but not least, shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Hey!